All right, welcome to the Monsters of Drome. We've got some fresh meat here, fresh monster players. Let's do a quick introduction with just your name as a person or your Discord username, and then your name as a character and your species and class. Then I'll do an intro and we'll get more into it. So let's start with who is playing Liana Balthar.
That would be me. My name's Brianna. My character's name is Liana Balthar. She's an elf. She might be a subclass of elf. I honestly can't remember already, but we're just going to say elf for the sake of it.
Excellent. Thank you, Liana. Let's move over to this gentleman, Takolk. How do you say your name?
Takolk.
Takolk.
Yeah. I'm Liam playing as Takolk. I am a hobgoblin artificer.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here. Mortis, you're moving around. Let's check out your token while you tell us who you are and who you're playing.
All right. Hi, I'm Alden, and I am going to be playing Mortis Nalgar, the barbarian minotaur fighter.
Excellent. Thank you, Alden. And last but not least, where did he go? Tumeko. I'm going to zoom in on your character. Tell me who you are and who you're playing.
You guys can call me Jay. I'm playing Tumeko, a Kenku wizard.
Excellent. Wonderful. You guys all created awesome Hero Forge characters imported into this fantastic software. Let me tell you where you are. So, I will bring us to the Graywall scene. I think you might have tokens here. I might have to bring you out. But in the land of Eberron, the main nation is Corvair. This entire nation went through a 100 years war that ended about 2 years ago. I'm going to bring out your official tokens as some of these have been updated. And after the war, or one of the reasons the war ended was because of a cataclysmic event known as the Mourning, where the nation of Seer has some sort of powerful magical effect happen to it, resulting in undead creatures and the land being devastated, and basically everyone was so fearful of who had this type of power, this type of magic, that all the 5 nations agreed to stop fighting and not participate anymore in fear of being decimated like Sire was decimated, or Seer. I think there's lots of different pronunciations. Among the fallout, there was the land west of Breland, known as, originally known as the Barren Wastelands of the West, but since the war ended, it has transformed into a nation of monsters where 3 hags got together, very powerful hags known as the Daughters of Sorakel. They quickly organized a group of war trolls and ogres and just rallied them all together and said, hey, anyone who's not falling in line is out of line and they're going to get axed. And they took up the Great Crag in the nation of Drome, and there were various tribes and war leaders that held power in different regions of Drome, and they still were largely able to do so as long as they don't cross any desires or wills of the Daughters of Sorakel. We find ourselves in the border town between the mostly humanoid population of Breland, where the city of Sharn is located, and Drome. Used to be called the Borderlands or the Westlands, or the Wastelands, but now it's not quite recognized. They did appeal to be considered part of the 5 nations that is recognized on the Treaty of Thronehold. However, they were denied that appeal, and so there is this tension between Drome and the rest of the 5 nations. it is very much a wild land, but still has quite a bit of beginning organization. In Graywall, this border town, is everyone on the scene and can see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See a big map.
Yeah, it is a big map. And Liam, I'm trying to fix your token real quick, but one of the things that you can do, if you click on your token, and then on the very top right of the main game board, there's that focus camera on selected token. That's your game camera. And the game camera should zoom in on that specific token, which will help you out.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Bringing
What do you call?
The game camera. So, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oops. So yeah, if you are, gosh, how come Tukulk is not working?
It's too powerful.
So in the game board, like right where that question mark was when you first came in for 3DCanvas, it's at the very top there. It's a little camera looking icon.
I see.
Yep, and that should be what you would use.
I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, this map doesn't like you, Tukulk. Not sure why. Oh, you know what? I know why. I know why. Let me just get rid of this piece. Default. And then get rid of the rotation. I was putting in temporary tokens for y'all since I love how oh, now you're floating in the air, Tukulk. How'd that happen?
Oh.
Okay.
Did he get wings?
He starts with levitate.
So in the city of Graywall, this entryway to Drome, you'll have all kinds of folks coming in to the nation of Drome through this border town. There is a section of the town designed for humanoids, so the traditional buildings and inns and plazas that one might see in other towns in Breland. Beyond that wall, there are mostly monster architecture. The big one being the throne. So if everyone, I'm going to bring your attention to the throne there. That is this huge cathedral, very much monster architecture. It's got this eerie, dark stonework to it that like imposes this foreboding emotion for anyone who's nearby. You all know that the throne is home to a mind flayer, an illithid known as Zorchillik. He is very powerful. He's known to be ancient, dredged up from beneath the earth, still alive, and placed in power by the daughters of Sorakel to run Graywall. He is in charge of basically a monster army of orcs and kobolds and ogres and trolls and the such. There is also Bloodstone at the top of the map there. That is the biggest, most populous section of the city. It is also the most ruthless. It's known as Bloodstone due to the way the rocks and stones have this red tint to them. It's also home to the arena, this brutal combat pit where, you know, there's fights in the street and stuff, and there's these rings all over the streets, but generally, to get the monster's energy out, as they're so used to just fighting and pillaging, they've created this arena for them. And then there's also Sir Karoth, which is like a sort of the smaller monster zone in the southern part of the city, where you'll find more kobolds and goblins. The architecture is still goblin built out of the old ruins from ancient times, but generally you don't find the larger arches and such that is found in Bloodstone. So we begin our story on the streets of Graywall, where I'm just going to bring y'all back to the landing page, because that's mostly resembles what the streets of Graywall sort of look like as you walk through. This whole area has this cracked earth dead trees. It's not a very lush area. The buildings are a mixture of these goblin-built, monster-built, old stones that just sort of piled in. Lots of big archways for the larger monster types to come in. Yeah, who wants to kick us off? What are you doing as you walk down the street and see monsters of different shapes and sizes? Who wants to start us off and tell me what it looks like as your character walks down the streets of Graywall?
I imagine the streets are kind of bustly. It probably stinks really, really bad. The larger monsters kind of shove and move out of the way, and the other creatures that are nimble enough to get around them do so, but creatures like Temeko, who are kind of small at the ankles of everybody else, he kind of gets shoved around a little bit. He's probably uncomfortable trying to stick to the shadows and moving around in a sly way, trying to go ahead unseen. He probably has his hood pulled over his face and trying to keep himself hidden.
Absolutely. You're trying to just stay low. You find yourself bumping into one of these huge ogre legs and quickly duck between them before he steps forward. You accidentally walk into a intersection where there is a ring made of small rubble that seems to be filling the intersection. And as you stumble in, a minotaur, huge, like 15 feet tall, comes at you and he says, "You ain't looking to rumble, are ya?" Yeah.
And kind of shudders and tumbles away a little bit.
"Careful, little one. These rings are for wrestling." And he sort of taps his buddy, this shorter orc that laughs with him. He's missing a tooth. And he's like, "Yeah, that one would have been an easy fight, huh?"
That would have been an easy fight, huh? Temeko copies him exactly, and then he hears in another completely different voice change, "You don't want to die, do you?"
What? And they'd sort of look at each other, and you're already sort of dispersed into the crowd. Now, Temeko, as you navigate in this bustling city full of monsters, you're a little bit uncertain of what you're supposed to do. The last time you checked this strange book that you have, it only said Graywall, and since then, you've gotten nothing. You check it again, it's empty.
There's swirls and spirals and almost like psychedelic patterns on the pages of the book as meaningless scrolls and words kind of maneuver around it and sort of morph magically constantly, sometimes slower, sometimes faster. It only very rarely appears as anything coherent, but nothing good, since it's been told that Graywall is the goal.
Yeah, and you're just sort of there, and you're sort of waiting for the next sign. There's a kobold that approaches you, very much like you, small, hooded. You can't even quite see his skin, and he sees you looking through the book and sort of just trying to stay out of the way, and he says, "You looking for some grog? I know someone who's got the good stuff."
Grog? The good stuff?
Grog? Alchemical supplies. Something to take the edge off. You look a little edgy.
You look a little edgy. Temeko starts walking away, pointing at the book, as if he's got something important to do.
One of those types, huh? Good luck. Good luck in this town. See if you last, buddy.
Another shrill voice comes from Temeko.
All right. We move over across the plaza, down another street. Who's next?
So, I feel like my character's kind of standing to the back of this whole scene. I feel like she's probably watched this all kind of happen, is kind of confused at what's going on, kind of finds it funny a little bit. As she walked, what's your character's like actual species called? I can't even remember. I want to call her a bird person.
Yeah, you can. It's called a kenku.
Kenku. I watched the whole kind of system unfold with everybody, and I'm kind of just chuckling at it. I'm standing off into the shadows, just watching the whole scene unfold.
As you watch the scene unfold, you hear this beautiful song as these harpies take flight. If everyone is not on their game camera, they could zoom out and see the harpies flying above the scene here. And these creatures have this beautiful, beautiful song. The entire plaza sort of stops to listen, and you see one of these huge buildings that are housing many a creature, and they start to file out orcs and goblins and kobolds in almost a trance hearing this song, making their way a little bit outside of town. And you all know that this is basically the way that the harpies call workers to their shift into continuing to build the town out, and also there's some mining operations that are happening. But this is very much an in-progress building town. And yes, the harpies, although you all stop to hear this beautiful tune, you're not affected or compelled to go work in those sections of the city.
Tumeko looks up and kind of watches the harpies go by, and then and he starts mimicking the tune exactly as it's played.
Why don't you give me a performance check? Because these are harpies. They're pretty angelic. You all know that actually part of the culture of Graywall is that at the end of a work shift, or just to get out some steam, workers will go to grist mills where they fill up on grist, which is the main food of Drome, and they listen to the harpies' songs as a bit of a enchanting lullaby, so to speak. So there are even folks who come from outside the nation of Drome, risk the streets of Bloodstone to hear certain harpies who have quite the reputation. So let's see how Tumeko does in his interpretation.
Would you allow me to use my intelligence mod instead of charisma? 'Cause it's kind of a...
Sure.
I mean, I don't know how
Yeah,
you
could
determine
say,
this
yeah,
as a
you're
Kenku thing.
listening, you're already sort of mimicking as you hear the streets, and you're just mimicking these. Okay, with a 16, it's pretty good. People know that you're, someone in the crowd that's mimicking. They definitely don't take you for a harpy, and they're definitely not entranced by your song. But you do repeat back part of the melody a little bit. What do you notice as you repeat that back?
He notices that people kind of look and are kind of confused about where the sound is coming from. He's below head level for most people, so they're a little bit maybe bewildered that it's coming from below them instead of above them. But he continues about his way, trying not to be a distraction.
Excellent. And Liana, is it Liana, right?
Yeah.
As you are watching these beautiful harpies cross the path, calling their workers to work, a dwarven man, he's a stocky dwarven man. Give me one from Liana and one from someone else, a detail about this dwarven man as he bumps into you.
I notice he's holding a lot of things as he's walking by. He's kind of almost rustling a little bit. He's kind of grabbing at all these things as he's walking by.
Yeah, he's like just overfloweth. He didn't bring his reusable bag today, and he's trying to make it work. One more thing from someone else.
He's walking around, and all these things are in his hands. That makes it a bit difficult because he actually has he has basically the equivalent of like a hook hand, but with a little like pickaxe at the end instead of a hook. And so he's trying to carry it, but doing that with one hand isn't too easy.
Right, so he's sort of juggling all this stuff. One of the hooks you notice as it sort of tries to pierce through something to keep it pinned to his chest, and he bumps into you, and you see in a moment of his scatteredness, he peers into your eyes. What color are your eyes, Liana?
White.
And he just sort of, his eyes get wide a little bit. You see this little twinkle in his eye, and then he sort of shakes his head, and he says, "Oh, my apologies," and he walks off, continuing to try to juggle his things in apparently what seems like a hurry.
I kind of see him doing this, and I laugh, and I shout out to him, "What, you've never seen an elf before?" And I just kind of chuckle to myself as he's walking away.
Excellent. He does walk away a little bit, and he's out of the area, and we move to, how about Tukulk? I'm still gonna have to get some practice on that.
Well,
Are you new in town, Tukulk, or did you have you been living in Graywall?
I came here pretty recently. It's where I met Mortis. So I'd say probably just like walking around with him right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little flashback. You recall some time ago when you had first entered the city of Graywall, and you were indeed looking for a shop that sells used Warforged parts. And you started to feel these eyes watching you. As you asked around, it just seemed like more and more people were looking at you, tracking you, following you along streets. You would turn a corner and see a suspicious person walking your way. You'd turn another corner, seeing a group laughing and then stopping abruptly and turning towards you.
So I tend to walk around more like, I guess, like kind of careful, like in a bit of a rush.
As you walked around careful in a bit of a rush in this flashback scene, you interrupted a dice game where there's a group of large, imposing orcs, and you had walked right through their game just as they were about to count the dice, and they were very upset. They started, one of them pinned you up to against the old broken down wall behind the dice game there, and that is when Mortis had stepped in. Mortis, described what these orcs about to beat up this hobgoblin had seen.
Yeah, Mortis is through, pushing his way through the shelves of the shop, just trying to get an idea, see what he can find in terms of weapons and little trinkets, anything that he can find that maybe can help him in combat somehow in his fights in the arena. And he sees these orcs pushing this seemingly innocent hobgoblin up against the wall. And he walks up and he says, so what's the problem here?
The
Come on
problem?
now.
Hey, he just run right into our game.
Yeah, you can restart the round. I'm sure one of you is probably pretty happy that one got erased. So just restart the round. Just let him go. Come on now.
The ogre holding him up against the wall looks at you and he says, "Mind your own business, Hornball."
Hornball. Nice. I see you got a creative streak in you. Now, let him down. This doesn't need to be anything more. Just put him down and let's pretend that this didn't happen. Come on. No point in waiting.
He doesn't let go. He looks at you and he says, "Are you looking to take his place, huh?"
I'll take his place. Of course I can. Now, come here. And
It looks like we got ourselves a live one. Tell you what, I'm willing to let this go. But you and me, face off.
all right, we can face off. Here, there's a little gravel arena outside. Come on. So let's at least not ruin this poor shopkeeper's shop.
The gravel arena, huh? You know, I used to fight in the arena.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm so worried about that. Now, come on.
You see, he's a bit older for an orc. He's got these scars and stuff. He's got sort of a pot belly, and he definitely looks like he's been through a battle or two. And he's mostly talk as he starts to size you up a little bit, and you could tell he's just, you know, the age of a monster isn't that old. They don't tend to live too long, just their nature of combat and violence. So he's in the upper ages for what you would normally see for an orc. And as he sort of huffs his chest up and tries to intimidate you, he sees that you're not coming down a bit, and he's like, it's not worth it. And he throws or tosses the hobgoblin towards you, and as Tukulk hits you, you look down and you see this hobgoblin.
Scared
Hey,
to
buddy.
fight this guy? So
Wait, there you go.
I shout back to the other guy. What, you too scared to fight him?
Yeah, it's scared. You were too scared a second ago.
No, come on, it's not worth it. We've already, I think we can already count our lucky stars that this didn't escalate. So come on, let's just walk out of here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, no point in there was no point in them getting so riled up over nothing. So it didn't seem right. Thought maybe I could help you somehow. You seem like a little bit of a strange one, so who knows? Maybe you could be interesting.
You could be good to keep around too.
Oh yeah? What are you referring to?
Well, I always feel like I've got people watching for me now.
Yeah.
So I could use a little help to keep myself safe.
Oh, I see. You're looking for some protection. I mean, just looking at you, not too surprised that you get some weird glances. You seem to be more machine than goblin, but well, what are you willing to give me? Because if we can negotiate the right price, I'm sure that when I'm not busy, I can help out.
What is it that you're looking for?
Well, to say, looking for something to help me fight. That's the reason I was in the shop, actually, looking for something that can help me beat any enemy combatants. So if you got something in that department, then maybe we can work out a deal.
I think I could help you out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's talk about it more as we step outside.
All right.
So as you step outside and you guys have this conversation, a different orc does come up to you. What is your name again?
Which one?
Mortis. I
Yeah.
was just calling you the Minotaur while I prepped this. I should have been calling you all names in my head. Mortis, you are approached by this orc who looks strong and seen battle, and they come up to you and they say, "Hey, you look like you can handle yourself." Sorry, not you, little hobgoblin. I'm talking to your Minotaur friend here.
Don't call me little.
Okay, sensitive one. I see.
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah, I can handle myself.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't know what you're doing here in Graywall, but if you're interested, I can get you some combat, some arena combat if you're really zealous.
arena combat with people watching and paying to come and see me fight, correct?
Well, they tend to do these big brawls, but yeah, you would be in there and could get some recognition, but they don't just throw anyone in there. It's sort of a sponsor deal kind of deal, and I happen to be a sponsor.
Yeah? Well, if you're a sponsor and I got a chance to go into one of these arenas, then I think that sounds pretty interesting. I'm of course looking for any chance to have people know my name, so let's head over there. I'm more than happy to take up your deal.
Head over to the arena. Whoa, slow down there, buddy. I don't even know your name.
Apologies for my rudeness. The name's Mortis.
Mortis. Where are you from, Mortis?
From the mountains, slightly up north.
Oh,
Small family, but close knit group.
the Bieshk Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
House Thrashk is still in charge of the mining operations there, right?
Yeah, he is. We kind of steer clear of the mines, or at least we try to. But those blasting operations, it's pretty hard to not have to interact with them pretty often. But we managed to get by and just keep a low profile, and our family kind of moves through. It's worked for a long time, but I kind of was looking for more.
Yeah, well, I can get you some more. The name's Kalashta.
Hey, Kalashta. Glad to make your acquaintance.
And you see as Kalashta's talking to you and you guys shake hands, there is a little goblin that approaches and says, "Oh no, Kalashta, you're not gonna go with that one. No. Listen. Hey, Mr. Minotaur guy here. Kalashta has a terrible reputation. Everyone he throws in the ring, they're gone in like a 10-day. It's terrible. Listen, come, I'll be your sponsor. I'm the only other sponsor in this town, and I've got a much better record than Kalashta."
Do you now?
The name's Fela Fingerbones. You could call me Fela.
Okay, Fela. So, how do I know that you're not just lying and trying to take me away from a good opportunity here? I mean, you say you're well known, but how am I supposed to believe you?
Well,
I've never heard of you.
Your life's kind of on the line. Kalashta's going to throw you in there. It's going to be a bloodbath. I mean, if that's the kind of infamy you want, then so be it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, good luck dying by the whatever they throw at you in there. Kalashta doesn't exactly vet the competition and see if it's a fair fight,
Oh, it'll be a fair fight. Trust me. They have to go against Mortis. It'll be a fair fight.
All right, kid, your loss. As Kalashta turns and sort of does a little light tap to... I'm sorry, as Fela turns, does a little light tap to Kalashta and says, "I guess that one's yours. The stubborn ones always pick you." As Kalashta turns, or Fela turns away. Ugh, names.
I see you two happen to have a history.
Yeah, Kalashta doesn't really like, or fucking Fela. She doesn't like me too much. We're in a bit of a friendly competition, There's ranks and points, and you get the best warriors in the ring, and you get the ire or the praise from Zorchilik, and you could kind of get some extra medals and gemstones for nicer beds and such.
I see. Well, if what she was saying was true, and this is you have the access to the arena that's a little bit more challenging, I think I was making the right choice. So, what do they say? They only last 10 days?
Oh,
Watch.
Some warriors don't last very long, but yeah, it's not like I can get you in tonight. We, enjoy the city. I'll find you. We'll get you set up there. It'll be great.
Okay. Well, trust me, this will be the last time you'll need to find any other warriors. I'm lasting more than 10.
What about this, I'm sorry, not little hobgoblin. Are you a warrior?
I'd say kind of a warrior, but not a glory-seeking warrior.
A little humble type, huh?
Yeah, I got other goals.
Anything I can help you with? I've been in Graywall for some time.
He doesn't seem like anyone that would be associated with the house I'm from, right?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
He doesn't look like he has even ridden on a lightning rail, yet alone done any university visits.
I'm just looking for some parts.
Some parts, huh? That's all you're gonna say? Some parts?
Yeah. I guess I'll like try to describe like and like what.
Well, I could tell you that the arms dealer is basically Tooth and Steel. They sell equipment and armor. You know, if you check that out, it's in Bloodstone here. There's an Oni named Salas Jal. He could help you out, maybe. If he's in. Sometimes he just has his Knoll drones carry out the work.
Okay. Appreciate the help.
Good luck out there, and I'll see you soon, Mortis.
All right. Well, I'll be at the tavern if you need to come find me. But if you can't find me there, I'm probably fighting somebody. So
I'll make sure he's a good warrior.
Which tavern? Are you going to the Bloody Tooth or the Broken Sword?
Broken Sword. Bloody Tooth's a bit rich for my blood, and usually the people who are over there are over at the Broken Sword are a bit more rowdy. So that's kind of the crowd I'm looking to be in.
Well, you're right. The Broken Sword doesn't tolerate any fighting, but tell your friend here not to go after Maul. He won't take too kindly to the questions about Warforged parts.
Yeah, no. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll work out some time to go see him. Yeah, like I was saying, always like a challenge.
All right. See you in a few days. Enjoy Graywall, and he takes off. And you two just met, and you just got sort of a gig, possibly, at the arena from the sponsor of Kalashta.
Sweet.
As you're walking away from that encounter, Tukulk, what is your reaction, and what do you say to Mortis as you witnessed a little bit of that?
Well, I offered him ways to get strong. I talked to him about preparing for that fight so that we can see if what I have to offer really works. It helps me by just knowing.
So you need someone who can help test out your enchantments or what have you. I see you look like a bit of a tinkerer, so if you can give me something that'll give me the edge, I'm sure it'll help.
Yeah, just when we get some time, I'll take a look at your equipment.
All right, that's promising. So, what do we need to get these things sharpened up? Right? What would we be looking for?
Just a spot to sit down for a while.
That's all it takes?
Yep.
All right, I like that. Come on, let's go to the tavern. I'm sure we can get a table and you can start working on those.
All right, you guys make your way over to the Broken Sword. We'll pick up in a bit. That was actually still the flashback a couple days ago. So you've enjoyed the Broken Sword a bit, but maybe you are frequenting there as you wait for Kalashta to retrieve you. In the meantime, as Tumeko has explored a little bit more, trying to stay out of the way and repeating back the lovely harpy songs, your book reveals some text. You sort of feel this tinge, this pull in your mind, almost like this itch that you need to scratch. That's how you know that the book is calling to you.
Tumeko is sitting in the middle of the Broken Sword Tavern. He's got like this little kind of, I guess like a little makeshift pulpit in front of him, and he's got some papers and scrawling and stuff like that, and he's got a quill in his hand, writing furiously until he has that that motivation, he immediately swipes it all out of the way and pulls out the book from his bag. It's a really heavy thing. It's probably about the size of his head, and he lays it down on the table, and he opens it up.
And as you see the swirling, inky page form, one word, arena.
Oh, shit.
Tumeko begins kind of looking around for some sort of a clue or something like that, and he pecks around and thinks about the arena, maybe just the anecdotal bits of it that he's seen, or the people who he may know by reputation who are there.
Yeah, you take a look around. There is a bartender in the Broken Sword by the name of Maul, a Warforged. This entire tavern, since you've spent some time in here, it is known for being a respite for any type of veteran. So the sort of saying goes that if there's a fight that breaks out here, that the entire place rises up to stop the fight. It is home to patrons of all nations, no matter which side of the war that they were on. The Thrain Paladin and the Carnathi Bone Knight are both exiles, and yeah, every patron lends a hand to stop a fight as quickly as possible. So you look at all these veteran types. You know that the arena in Bloodstone references the large arena where they will often hold gladiatorial type events. You look around, you don't see anyone that necessarily looks like any of the fighters you've heard about.
Tumeko, just kind of I guess through perception, would he's trying to find someone having a conversation about the arena, something that he can kind of eavesdrop on?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Just in the interest of finding some information, learning a little bit
Yeah,
about it.
roll perception. We gotta get some rolls in here. Role play is fun, but we gotta see what happens here. All right, with the 16, I mean, most people are talking about the grog that they're drinking. They're talking about the long labors. They're talking about the mining operations. You're not picking up anything about the arena quite yet.
Okay, in that case, Tumeko is going to he'll pull some sound bites, if you will, from the conversation around him, and he'll walk up to the bartender and say, "Commander, arena, commander." The
Hey,
bartender.
Commander Arena. Is that a drink you're asking for? I mean, I've got straight gorg and some grist here if you're hungry, little buddy.
What is that, Commander Arena?
The arena, there's a big fight supposed to happen tomorrow, but nothing happening tonight. And Commander, I mean, I'm not sure if you're talking about Zorchilik, the mayor, or I'm not sure. There's also Commander of House Thrashka, Lord Kundrin de Torin. Trying to speak to Lord Kundrin de Torin?
Kundra de Torin? Tumeko nods furiously and waddles back to his table and kind of waits and maybe pecks at a drink that he had.
Strange fellow.
Oh, by the way, might I add, while he's hanging out in this tavern, Tumeko is completely disguised. He doesn't even appear as a Kenku. He actually appears as a hobgoblin, maybe just about a foot taller, very plain in feature, wearing a hood, completely disguised and magically varnished, I guess, if you would say that.
Okay. As you are enjoying your studies and trying to figure out all these details, there are other patrons at the bar, but first we move back to Liana, who is walking the streets, and it's still quite the hustle bustle. Liana, as you are still checking in the scenes, there is a scream from down an alleyway, and several small goblins run off. You see... Actually, roll perception for me real quickly, Anna.
Okay, let's see.
Wait, give me 1 sec. I just gotta quickly run to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Should I wait or should I wait for him to come back?
No, you're good. I just won't make him do anything while he's taking a break. Do you see where you can roll perception?
No, it would be at the top on the left, right?
So it would be skills, and then you have a little check mark because you're proficient in perception.
Oh, I see it now. It's at the bottom.
Yep. And it would be a normal roll. I'm not sure if it's prompting advantage or disadvantage.
It is prompting. Okay, just a normal roll.
Yep.
15.
Oh, so with an 18 with your modifiers, yeah. So as you turn to the screaming, you see a elvish female with white hair and purplish skin with some marks on her shoulders and arms, braided hair in the back with some gear. You see yourself running off away from the alley.
So I see this. I'm confused. I grab my dagger by my side and I start running towards her, and she's kind of like running away, and I'm like, wait. I'm trying to catch up to her.
The crowd is starting to form in. As you try to push through, you see the hair bouncing, and you lose track for a second, and then nothing.
I kind of stop myself in the middle. People are rushing past me. I'm like looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. I can't tell if I really saw myself. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. And then I just keep kind of running down after a minute. I'm just trying to see if I can catch another glimpse, see what was going on.
Yeah, you'll start to push through. You're starting to get turned around in the crowd, and suddenly someone, one of the orc guards from the Flayer's Guard, which is the prominent enforcers of this town, they look at you, and they look to this little goblin next to him and says, "Is that the one?" He goes, "Yes, that's it. It's the elf girl. Take her." And you see several Flayer guards come at you and restrain you. They hold your knife. They take your gear. They have you, and they say, "Miss, you're wanted for murder."
I look up, I'm trying to fight back. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Who are you? Get off me. I'm trying to shove my way out. I'm kicking, I'm cursing, I'm spitting at them. I'm trying to get away.
All right, so this commotion's going outside of the Broken Sword Tavern. Some of the patrons of the tavern start rushing out. Those that are in the tavern, you hear this commotion, you hear the scream, you hear this a little bit of combat going out, and it's a little bit more than the typical wrestling in the streets that is often heard on a daily basis. And in fact, Maul, the bartender, he goes, "There's an elvish woman out there. Her kind really shouldn't be here."
Meko gathers all of his things, and he walks out of the tavern, not because of the commotion, but because he has to leave anyway. Of course, it's a little bit strange because the head of his disguise, his magical disguise, is actually a foot taller than his actual head, so he's not quite seeing things at eye level. So he's walking around amongst the knees of all the other patrons as they go out, and he sees this scene in front of him. He feels the hinge of the book, and as he looks in the direction of Liana, he realizes that this may be the person who can guide him the direction he needs to go, or at least one of them.
Yeah, she does stand out compared to the other monster nations. I think you all are relatively new to town. Liana, you have some friends in this town. You've been here a while. People know you and recognize you. Who's a friend that a monster race that sees you that might be popping in to try to vouch for you?
So there's an ogre sitting in the tavern, and he's kind of like, what's going on? What's going on? He pokes his hat out, and he's like, wait, what are you guys doing to her? He kind of sees what's going on and is trying to like intervene.
Excellent. I want some details on this ogre. You, Liana, get to come up with the name. Somebody else give me some features of Liana's ogre friend.
What's his name?
He's got
His name is Driftar.
Driftar.
he's got like just a singular ponytail for hair, and like that's it in the back.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Driftar, as far as ogres go, is pretty elderly. He's old, maybe a little bit more rotund and hunched over as far as posture goes, but still stands straight.
All right. So he sort of pushes. He's he's an ogre. He's massive, so he easily pushes through the crowd, and he says, "Hey, wait, God, no disrespect. I know her. I can vouch for her. Please." And they turn, and there's quite a few of the Flayer's Guard, not just orcs, but there are minotaurs, there are hobgoblins. The Flayer's Guard again has trolls and ogres alike, so there's quite a presence here, as there is an opening in the crowd as this scene takes place. And he looks at you and he says, "Liana, what did you do?"
The guards, they're like holding me by my back. My hands are pinned down, and I'm just like, these bastards think I killed somebody. I don't even know what's going on here. I don't even know them. I don't know what's going on. I'm angry. I'm just cursing all over the place. I'm pissed.
Hold still, girl. As they come at you, and one of the smaller hobgoblins trying to hold your wriggling form, this larger ogre who's part of the Flayer's Guard comes in, and he holds you more firmly, and you can't even struggle against him, as he just sort of got you by the arms and holds you there tight. He says, "Stop fighting."
I have a thing for persuasion. Would I be able to like roll for that here or no?
You could try. What are you doing to try to persuade them?
I want to try to persuade them to let me go. I want to, if I can, like, I don't know how this works. If I get like a high enough roll or something, I want to like persuade him to let me go. Like, let me just talk to you. Let's talk this out.
Okay, yeah, roll persuasion.
So I'd be able to roll at an advantage or just normal here?
Just normal here.
Okay.
So 23 is good persuasion. The ogre who's holding you, he's like, "Oh, okay," and he starts, and then the Flayer's Guard, the leader of the guard, which I just mentioned, is Lord Kundrin de Torin. He comes in. He is an orc in. Actually, let me bring him in the scene here. He is clad in traditional armor, and he looks like he's ready to take on anything. And he looks over at the ogre and he says, keep her tight." So you were able to convince him, but unfortunately circumstances have you still grasped. Meanwhile, the tavern's sort of emptied out, and now the scene's taking place in the street. What about our Minotaur and hobgoblin friend Takulk?
As Mortis kind of sees all of this stuff going on, all the patrons kind of shuffling around, and people walking out, he follows everybody out and kind of watches the commotion as this is all going on, and sees the ogre come up and start vouching for this elf. And he kind of he's a bit confused on why an elf would be here in the first place, since he's fairly new. He doesn't really know the town super well. And watches the guard come up and keep her there. And if he shakes his head and walks forward and just says, "Okay, what's happening? What's the reason for this?"
Well, it seems that there's been a murder of a House Deneth patron, and this woman was seen leaving the crime.
Yeah?
Where's the body?
Down this alleyway here.
Well, she was leaving the crime. Did you see anybody else?
We have several witnesses saying that she was leaving the bloody knife, and he holds up one of the knives, one of the daggers that was taken from her, which is clean.
I don't entirely understand what you're trying to convey. Certainly isn't a guilt. It certainly isn't guilt because that knife seems to be clean.
Ha! Guilt, do you know where you are?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know where I am, but I certainly know what's right and what's wrong. Come on, let her go. She's obviously didn't do anything.
You're on the verge of what's the word? You're on the verge
Obstruction of justice?
Yeah, obstruction, impeding an investigation.
Well,
There's not really much investigating going on, just accusing.
Excuse me? And he snaps his fingers, and now you are both held by the Flayer's Guard. Giant ogres take you by the arm with holding your arms back.
Wherever the Flayer's Guard takes them, if they're not gonna, if they're taking them to somewhere, whatever, a jail or something like that, just FYI, Tumeko will follow, disguised, following behind.
Okay.
So I just.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm assuming after all the commotion I just put up, they probably have me pinned down on the ground, and I just kind of want to spit at the guy's feet as he's saying all this to them, accusing me. I just spit at his feet. I don't say anything. I just spit at him.
And Driftar says, "Liana, don't fight. You know what they're capable of."
I don't care what they're capable of. You and I both know I didn't do anything.
Liana, they don't have any system of justice here. It's just, if you're a pain, you're executed. Liana, you're my friend, please.
okay.
It's not even worth it. They just look at me, they see an elf, they think I'm not worthy to be here. Fuck this. And then I just don't say anything anymore. I'm just looking down.
Okay. The Flayer's Guard. Go ahead, Alden.
As they're pinning us down or they're trying to grab us, I'm gonna quickly say, okay. I understand that maybe I shouldn't have gotten myself involved, but how about this? I have a match scheduled at the arena soon, and if I win it, I certainly am gonna get a pretty decent payout. If you let all of us go, I promise I'll come and give it all to you.
You have no match. I have never heard of you, but fear not. Justice will be served in Graywall. As you all are escorted off, the three of you, the crowd dissipates. Tumeko, you could follow. You have a chance to check out the crime scene if you'd like.
Would checking out the crime scene put me at risk of losing track of them?
No, we'll say that you can, as they're having this discussion, you can kind of peek over. There's the Flayer's Guard is keeping folks back from the body, and you can kind of listen in on both as you sort of peek through the crowd and catch glimpses of the scene.
Okay, Tumeko's going to drop his disguise so that he can adopt kind of that smaller, more stealthy frame. He's going to flip up the hood over his kind of long albino beak. And he's going to try and shuffle around the guards and try and get to this little alleyway. Not going so far as to lose track. If he senses that they're going to move, he's going to go back immediately. But otherwise, he's going to go check out the crime scene close up.
Okay. You can't get too close, but you do see the body of a half-orc female that is laid out. There is a little symbol and a dragon-marked tattoo. So in Eberron, there are dragon-marked tattoos, which are essentially like birthmarks that give people special abilities. And this is a House Beneath dragon-marked tattoo. So just like what the guard had said earlier, that a member of House Beneath has been murdered.
Deneath, D-E-N-E-A-T-H?
E-I-T-H, I think.
All right, taking note of that. Anything else otherwise important about the crime scene? Could be a significant detail. Tumeko might brush his fingers over the book and try and sense if there's anything interesting.
As you try to look, the book doesn't reveal anything, and you look through, and the scene is quickly protected from prying eyes, and therefore you don't quite get a chance to get any closer details.
Good to know. In that case, Tomeko will go back, kind of sticking to the shadows, staying close by to the three of these individuals.
Okay. As
I just have
they...
to pop out.
What's that?
I just have to pop out real quick.
Yeah. As you make your way through the streets of Graywall, you are all escorted by the guard, the Flayer's guard, and led through the streets. There's some folks jeering at you along your way. Oh, another one sent to the cage. And as you approach this huge arena, you're taken to the back where there are sloping dirt pathways that lead to the underground areas, and you are entering this hallway with these rusty bars in old sandstone and rock rooms that have very measly accommodations, and you're each tossed into a separate run. So you're in this hallway, you could talk to each other through the gates, but essentially you're locked away underneath the keeping room of the arena. As you walk in there, Tomeko, you see them enter in and notice that you can't follow quite very much anymore without making it obvious, but you do see where they enter in behind the arena, sort of the back door lower entrance that gets them into these holding cells.
But it is under the arena.
It is under the arena.
Okay. Tomeko's gonna look around for like a, I don't know, a sewage grate or a vent or something like that, and see if he can follow along as best he can. He wants to know where these people are and what's going on with them.
Okay, go ahead and roll a investigation. With a 23, you're checking out the area. You see them go in. It's not even like a doorway to get in. It's just sort of an open, like a tunnel. And most of the crew leaves, and there is just one orc guard that sort of looks bored standing outside of the tunnel entryway. And yeah, you don't generally see any other way to get in, but this guy's just sitting there. You watch him. How long do you watch?
Tomeko will watch for as long as it takes.
Okay, yeah.
Until he sees maybe a clear opening that he can kind of sneak through. The point is he wants to be as close to this person who the book has told him he needs to be close to as much as he possibly can. He'll make every effort.
Okay. So you wait about an hour, and you see this orc getting a little restless, and he starts to do like the potty dance a little bit, and he sort of looks around, and he's like, fuck it. And you see him taking off down the street towards one of the grist mills, and the tunnel entryway is open.
Tomeko will just sneak through into the tunnel and follow on memory where he thinks they would have gone.
Yeah, the tunnel is just pretty much a straight tunnel. So the arena, like a traditional coliseum, has a big opening for the combat arena, and then the tunnel there is just a one tunnel, no turns. And as you walk down the tunnel, there's Everlight lanterns which light up the area beneath here. You all in your kennels, your cages, you have been waiting about an hour as you're tossed in there. Do you say anything to each other before Tomeko arrives?
Yes.
Well, shit.
I'm like sitting down in the cage cell we're in, and I'm just kind of like, I didn't need you to try to save me. I say it to Mortis. I didn't need you to step in.
Well, I don't know about you, but it certainly looks like you did. But I can see that maybe wasn't the best idea. Now that we're all stuck here and there isn't much we can do about it. Where do they even take us anyway?
I laugh. I'm like, you don't know where we are? Haven't been in a cell before, pretty boy?
I haven't been around here very long. Usually there's a greater sense of justice where I'm from, so I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't sure that they would just throw you in a cage like this, but no, I don't know where we are.
Well, then let's get two things straight. There's no justice around here, and I don't need your help.
Well, duly noted. If when I make it out of this alive, I'll make sure to remember that.
And I'm kind of just like, I roll my eyes and I'm like, thanks, I guess. But just keep to yourself. And then I don't say anything else.
Okay, meanwhile, Tukulk is listening to this in the next cage over.
Well, I guess we don't need her mortis, so we need to figure out a way to go to the arena. She doesn't seem to appreciate us trying to help with whatever was even going on out there. Why were they trying to...
I guess it's just a place that throws the troublemakers away or uses them for something. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not just a swift execution, but I know for a fact that I'll be able to make it out of this. I didn't try to make it out. I didn't want to cause a scene earlier, but I know we'll be okay. We'll be able to push our way through.
Yeah.
You start to hear some light footsteps enter the hallway.
You see this albino bird, probably about maybe 4 feet tall, 4.5 feet tall, with this big old hood and massive billowing cloak around him. He's carrying a book under one arm. He walks in and you hear this shrill "Change" coming from the bird, but it doesn't really make sense. You're not sure why. He looks at Liana and says, well, what are you? In this kind of high-pitched, girlish voice. He says, that's your name, Tumeko? What are you?
Tumeko, is it? I'm assuming you mean that's your name. It's Liana. What are you doing here?
Liana, what are you doing here?
I'd love to ask you the same question. I have no clue what I'm doing here. How'd you even get down here?
Change. Tumeko gestures to the book and then points at Liana.
What's that book? I don't know what you're trying to say.
Warrior.
Stagnance. Stagnance is sin. He points to the book and points at Liana and then sits down on the outside of the cage and waits.
Do you know this one?
I shake my head. I've never seen this creature in my life. Have you?
Well, I certainly haven't, but he seems to have a fascination with you. I'm not sure what he's muttering, but hey, can you let us out? Do you have a key or some way to open this door?
Tumeko gets up and sticks his beak in between the bars of the cage and then shakes his head and rattles the sides of the cage. Ding, 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 ding. Not enough to make a whole bunch of noise, but just to kind of be annoying. And then he screeches in Mortis's face.
Well, that's just as helpful as I could hope it would be. Hopefully that didn't alert any guards and you won't be thrown in here with us because it seems by the looks of it, you're not that much of a talker.
Destiny is your fate. No, sorry, that's not what that meant. I had that written down. No, hold on. I had a phrase for that. Oh no, where is it?
See, all the prep in the world and it doesn't...
I know. Okay. It's in a different notebook.
Damn.
Destiny. This is the way. Destiny.
Destiny.
You have found your means. Change. And Tomeko sits down outside of Liana's cage.
Destiny, huh? I guess I always knew I was meant for something greater.
Well,
Tomeko looks back at Liana and shakes his head.
Okay, not something greater? Good to know, good to know. So do you have any idea how to get out of here?
Tomeko looks around. Are the locks of the cage... well, you know what? Tomeko opens the book. What does the book want him to do?
As you look through the book, it is annoyingly empty.
Mm. I turn to the cage next to me,
Tomeko
and I
thinks-
say,
Sorry, I was just gonna... Because Tomeko thinks for a moment, based on the reputation of the arena, what would happen to these people?
Your guess is that they're gonna be thrown in to basically be the snacks for some foul beast.
yikes.
Okay.
So,
Okay, well, you know what? In that case, Tomeko, in times like these, puts his complete faith in the book. He's learned that that is the best choice, so he will not interrupt destiny or fate or get in the way, but he understands that change is inevitable, so he will sit down outside of Liana's cage and not intervene. He will wait to see what happens to her. And if people come down the hallway, if guards or anything come down the hallway, then he will, I suppose you could say he'll have an action held, and you can ask me what that is at the time.
How do you guys react to him just sitting there?
What are you doing?
so
Why are you just sitting there?
While Tomeko is sitting there, he'll ponder, he'll look through the book, he'll pick at the staff that he has, this kind of long wooden, kind of a mysterious, crooked-looking wooden staff. He'll just kind of mull. He'll open the book and flip through its pages. To him, he sees the swirls and the psychedelic patterns and all of that sort of thing, but to you, you see nothing but a blank book.
Well, we have an unwanted visitor that doesn't want to help us and is looking at a blank book. I'd say that out of all the things that could have walked through that door, that was not one I was expecting.
I laugh and say, he's not going to be much help, is he?
From the looks of it, I'd say no.
You hear more footsteps coming down the corridor.
Tomeko casts invisibility.
He can go invisible, and he can't open a lock.
Yeah, you just see him disappear. And walking down the corridor, you see a familiar-looking orc that had confronted you a few days ago, offering a opportunity to fight in the arena. Kalashta shows up once again, and he says, "Now, how did I find you here? Mortis, I thought I told you to stay out of trouble."
Listen, I cannot tell you how glad I am that it's you who showed up. Well, trouble, I guess you could say, found us. So, we have...
I've heard that one before.
There was some commotion going on outside the tavern, and this young one over here was about to be quartered off, I guess, to where we are now, and I just couldn't let that one stand. Just didn't feel right, so thought I'd help her get out of it, and it seemingly backfired.
Yeah, I'd say so. You're now an accomplice to murder of a house beneath patron, so yeah, that's not going to look good.
Well, if it wasn't going to be that, honestly, it seems like it could have been anything, seeing what happened to her. So, at least we showed up where you are.
The elvish girl, I've heard of you. You're what's your name again?
You've heard of me. My reputation precedes me, Liana.
There's rumors of an elvish girl who monsters seem to get along with, and you've been apparently welcomed into the communities of Bloodstone, and it's amazing you've survived this long. You must have some likability, I suppose.
I've
I'm
yet
the
to
most
see
well-liked
it.
elf you've ever seen.
I've yet to see it.
Chimeko, while he's invisible, is kind of, he stands up very carefully and quietly, and he's gonna just look at the belt area of this person and see what he has on him, if there's any little pouches or if there's something shiny hanging off his clothing or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he definitely has a great axe and some javelins strapped across his back. He's got. He definitely has a little pouch of some coins strapped around his waist in a little cinch pouch.
Chimeko will just, he's not gonna try to open the pouch or stick his hand in the pouch. He's gonna undo the string that holds it together.
Sleight of hand?
Just in the anticipation that it all like tumbles out on the floor.
I see. Okay. And that's gonna be his, I guess, perception if he senses that it's coming from something. Yeah, he fails. So the coins spill out onto the floor, and Kalash in the middle of talking to you guys, oh, fucking buggered. And there are 20 silver pieces splayed out as he goes to pick some up.
As wherever his line of sight is not, Chimeko is reaching around and grabbing a coin and putting it in his own little pouch, and he'll reach around again and grab another coin and put his own pouch.
Hey, there's a bird. There's a bird. He's taking your coins.
Allow me to remind you, Chimeko is completely invisible.
And yeah,
We
Kalash
saw you go invisible, so.
Well, you saw
So
him
we know.
disappear. I don't know if you. He could have gone to another plane. You're not really sure if he's actually invisible or just.
All you see is coins disappearing. Like they don't even move. They just like.
You get 7 silver pieces as he collects the rest, and he sort of looks at it and he goes, "Ah, damn pouch." Okay, guys, listen. I've got some connections. I can get you 3 a deal, but it's going to take a little finagling. So I've got options for you. Are you okay? Who said? Did you say there's a bird? And he looks up into the corridor. Are you? Did they give you something? Did the Flayers Guard put anything in your?
Sorry, I had a bit too much to drink at the tavern. Maybe I'm
There's
just
there's a sound of like a little cuckoo or something way down to the other side. Like comes as like an echo. Chimeko, hold on a second.
I'm gonna build a macro with a bunch of bird sounds for you.
Yes, 100%. I had planned to pull a whole bunch of sound bites, but I didn't get to it in time.
That'd be awesome.
So there's this sound of an echo of like a bird that sounds like it might be trapped in the corridor or something.
That bird.
Yeah, that bird.
That sounds like the bird.
I don't care about that. Why are you talking about that bird? You guys are in a jail cell about to face certain death unless you work with me here.
Okay, what do you need us to do?
What's this deal you speak of?
Well, like I said, I can pull some strings. I cannot guarantee Liana to Kolk. I just can't. I'm trying to save Mortis here. But you guys are part of the package now. So here's your options. You all have to be in or out, and it is you can face the bloodbath in the arena. There's said to be an orc warrior who it's just a single dude, and that might be good to have 3 against 1. Up to you. There's also some jobs that need to get done that we can't really send the Flayer's Guard for because of certain geopolitical reasons, but they're in the Little Graywall, I guess in the Goblin tongue, you would know it as Sarkaroth. There's a pack of gnolls that are killing elves, luring them into back alleyways, robbing them before letting their blood stain the streets. And normally this isn't an issue, but we've received word through Sora Taraza, one of the daughters of Sorakel. She sent word to Zorchilik, the mayor here, to find the pack and turn them in, or end them. But Zorchilik, despite his powerful mind control capabilities, hasn't been able to find this pack. So there's the arena. There's this pack of gnolls that need to be taken out. And there's also a mining crew dispute. The crew isn't cooperating. Members that have left the mining operation that were able to escape says that the crew leaders were trying to claim a large piece of Bayeshk ore. They're trying to get out of the mountain, and once they actually unleash this large piece of ore, they're likely going to try to escape. So again, due to certain reasons, we can't just send the guard out there. It might create a little bit of an uprising among the other mining workers. So we're hoping to send y'all in if you're up for that. Retrieve the ore, eliminate the mining crew. We sent harpies to try to lure them away, and they seemed to not hear them or somehow be resistant to the harpy song. So
What was the first one again?
first one's the arena. Second one, pack of gnolls. Third one is the mining crew. Probably orcs, goblins, and the like.
Which direction is Kashasta? What's his name again?
Kalashta?
Kalashta. I was close. What direction is he facing? Like, which side of the hallway is he?
I'm imagining that Mortis and I'm always gonna mess that up. Why do I should have
Tukulk?
Tukulk. Mortis and Tukulk are on. I'm visualing like the right side, and then Liana on the left, and Kalashta is facing Mortis's cell.
So Tumeko will lean into Liana's cell and conjure a little image above his invisible hand of an elf with a knife going through its neck. It's just like this little floating purple projection.
So I'll say, tell me more about these elves that you need us to deal with.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry to say, but the gnolls have been targeting elves, and that could be great if you guys wanted to take that, because you've got an elf right here. She could sort of be the bait.
I like that plan.
I mean,
Who says I care about elves?
The
Who says I
floating
want them to
projection of
survive?
the elf starts nodding.
Gosh, I feel like Liana does not give a rat's poop about these elves dying or not. So, wait, what's Mortis's character again? What's the race? Minotaur?
Minotaur, yeah.
Minotaur.
So I turn to the Minotaur. What's your name, anyways? I'm supposed to go do some type of quest with you, and I don't even know who you guys are.
well, I could tell from the sound or from what the guards were saying and the people around that yours is Liana. I'm Mortis.
I'm Tukulk.
And
Mortis? Okay. Okay.
And I can say that it is not really been that much of a pleasure. I'm now starting to regret my decision to intervene.
How about this? I'll repay my debt, since I guess you did try to save me. You pick what we do, and I'll come along.
Well,
I guess I don't have much of a choice.
I'm impartial to the idea of the arena. That seems like it would be what I was destined to be doing, being arrested or not.
While avoiding Kashasta? No,
Kalashta.
Kalashta.
Oh,
While
star?
avoiding Kalashta's gaze, like as he turns around to look at the other people as they're talking, Tumeku is always like moving behind him with this little projected image floating just in the air because he's invisible still. And the image changes to this big projection of the arena in front of Mortis, and there's little like fireworks kind of go up above it, and he just waves this image in front of Mortis as he keeps moving around behind the other guy.
Kalash to see Mortis, you like looking around. He sort of looks up at you, and it's gone the other way. So he's just like, "What?"
There's another sound of a bird down the hallway.
Well, I guess if you want to do the arena, you're already here, so we can get you your equipment back. But it's not just facing a single orc. There's obstacles. There's things that could there's sharp objects. But I don't know you that well. You seem to be able to handle yourself. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'd rather go into the arena and have everyone see my greatness than go do something just to get my freedom. I want people to know that I got my freedom.
I'm here to help.
Well, I suppose if that's the route you want to go, is that the three of you then I should get equipment for and get you ready?
Yeah.
All I need is my all I need is my battle axe and my shield, and I'll be ready to go.
All I need is my armor.
Well, I'm afraid this might be our last conversation, because I don't think the three of you will be able to survive.
Don't think so little of me.
You doubt us.
I was gonna be doing this no matter what. So, and I know I'll be making it out of here.
All right. Well, we'll see you tonight. I'll come get you a few minutes before and rest up. Sweet dreams, and here's some grist for you. And he serves you all some grist. He had like a little satchel of just a soupy. It's actually quite nasty. For anyone living in Drome for quite some time, you know that trolls have a regenerative feature and that they grow limbs back, and that grist is really just troll meat that's been cut off of those who sacrifice their bodies in order to grow back their limbs, and it's usually poisonous, but the daughters of Sorakel have developed methods to make it digestible for monster races.
Well, that's incredible.
It's certainly Oh, sorry.
Sorry, as Kalashta, or when Kalashta walks away, I guess, unless he has something.
Yeah, he's
more to
good.
say.
He says, "We'll see you in a few hours."
Kimeko will. He's pretty lithe. He's pretty thin. Underneath the clothes, they probably add a lot of mass, but he's gonna try and squeeze between the bars and get into the cell with Tukulk.
Oh. Hello there.
So you're still invisible?
Still invisible.
Okay.
You can't see.
Never mind that.
Yeah, you find a way to sort of squeeze through. These bars are mostly wide and used to hold larger creatures. And yeah, you are in the cell with Tukulk.
It's a bit of like a trick to kind of get the beak to fit through, because that's the tough part. So he's trying to go horizontally, it doesn't really work. He tries to go like vertically, like squeeze in this way.
Still invisible.
And of course, yes, nobody sees this, obviously.
Can we hear the twangs from her beak hitting it?
He's being very careful to try and not hit the side of the cell, but
Roll
eventually.
a stealth check just to see how loud you are.
Okay, sure.
I need to know. Yeah.
Because I'm invisible, can I just have advantage on that?
I don't think you get advantage on sound.
Yeah.
Quiet check. Where's that?
I'll try it. Let's see. Okay.
13.
Okay, with the 14, you hear a little bit of like some noise coming from the bars of your cell, and that's what you hear, but you don't really think too much of it, Kulk.
Eventually, Tukulk, you feel this like cloth thing against your back as Tameko sits back to back with you.
Is that you, Bird? Would you like some of whatever this is? And
I'm here to help.
Yeah. Or what was his answer?
I'm here to help. He mimics you the exact phrase that you said a couple minutes ago.
Alright. What are you here to help with?
There's silence, but you know he's still there.
Alright. Are you coming to the arena with us?
I'm here to help.
Is that a yes? I'll take it as a yes.
Do you say
He smacks you on the back of the head with his stick.
How long?
Not hard enough to do damage, just a whack.
Okay. Ow. What was that for?
I'm here to help.
Well,
Well,
to Colker, you. Wait, are you invisible still?
Yes.
It can last
Are
for
you,
an hour. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll last for an hour.
Are you okay? Who are you talking to?
Oh, and I'm saying that, and like I'm still like I'm like basically talking with my mouth full. I'm like eating. I'm eating this gristle. You said
Grist.
grist. I'm eating this grist, kind of just like I like this is pretty like average stuff to me. So I'm just like kind of eating it like, huh?
I'll just say the bird's in here to help with something.
Oh. So he is here to help us. So he's in your cell?
Yes, and he smacked me.
So he can come in and out of the cells. Okay. Well,
You hear Destiny, Agent of Change.
Okay.
I can see that he's drawn here by something. I can't really tell what, but it sounds like he's telling us it's destiny. So
You hear in that girlish voice again. That's your name, Tumeko?
okay.
I'll just say my name's Tukulk, since that's how he asked before.
Tukulk. You hear it repeated back to you in the exact same way you said it.
I'm gonna after hearing him say that, I'm gonna say
My name is Tameko.
My name is Tumeko.
Okay, there you go. Now you can answer people directly. My name's Mortis.
My name's Tumeko. And you hear it exactly in the same way that you said it. Answer people directly, but separated. So answer people. Pause. Directly.
I start laughing as I'm eating my grist.
He mimics your laugh.
Tomato, Mortis, Tukulk. Seems like we have an interesting bunch here. I just keep laughing as I eat it.
I'm gonna need a Constitution check from you, Liana.
Why? Okay.
Constitution. Yeah, we'll just do a Constitution check. So it's on your sheet. Or
It has to be a save, I think.
Does it have to be
Yeah.
a save? Okay, it's the same math. Okay, you take one sip of the grist, and you immediately know that this is not for you. There is actually some lore in Eberron that grist is particularly offensive to elves.
Damn. I spit it out all over the floor. Fuck, he couldn't have given us some good food.
Good food. And Tomeko starts pecking at the grist that was served to Tukulk.
I'm
I've
just like,
certainly had worse.
yeah, I'm just like downing this with Tameka.
What,
I like
can't handle your
just
troll?
I don't know, my kind of people eat higher class food. And I just kind of try to push the bowl through the bars.
Hey, Tameka,
You
you
hear
want food?
higher class, mimicked in the exact same way that you said it, and then there's this like shrill cackling, like just ridiculous laugh. Higher class. Like it's some sort of hilarious joke.
Mhm. What, you think that's funny? There's better food
that's
than this
funny?
trash.
I'm here to help.
Tumeka, where did you go on this scene?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
invisible.
literally the littlest character.
I don't see
Standing in
you.
the middle now. Right there.
Oh, I thought you were just making yourself invisible.
Oh, I might have the invisible status, and that might actually do that.
Yeah, your token's not there.
Oh, that's funny.
I was gonna say I can't see you.
Oh,
Oh wait,
I
no,
could-
I can.
I was able to see him.
Oh, I
can see
wasn't.
him.
Okay, so after some time goes by, Kalashta comes back in. Your invisibility has dropped unless you want to reinstate it.
No, Tomeko will just he'll slump over in the corner of the cell and try to be inconspicuous, like he's not interested in what's going on, but he's there.
Okay.
He's not hiding.
Yeah. So he comes in and he says, "All right. Hope you guys survive this. I don't think you will, Mortis. If anything, if you can win the crowd, maybe they'll spare your life at the end." Mortis. I didn't see him before. Bird, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Is he? How did? Wait a second. Whatever. Is he coming?
I'm here to help.
Okay, great. Well, as you probably heard from above you, the crowd has come in, and we're ready to take you out to the arena. I got your weapons along the way. You guys ready?
Let's do this.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. He unlocks your cages, and you are taken down the hallway where there is a small room. Your gear is just in a big old pile, like they didn't care. They just threw it in there. He has you all gear up, and let's see if this will work. I did preload the scene, so it should be relatively quick.
Ooh.
Could we have called that time that we were in the cage a short rest?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Shit.
Bloodstone Arena.
Are our models in here somewhere?
I'm about to put them in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see.
Oops, that did not work. I copied and then I hit copy again and then nothing worked. So let me bring out y'all.
Nice.
I might have to fix some models. Oh yeah, I just have to fix Tumulks. Everybody else should look good. Let me fix you Tumulk because it's on your prototype tokens. Let me change that real quick.
What's...
Yeah, like it likes to spawn me sideways.
Yeah, that's
Or, like,
because
putting-
of I had a different default token in since I was
Gotcha.
trying to set these up beforehand. Oops. So let's try that again. Tukulk. There's gonna be two of you. Perfect.
Sweet.
Okay. So you all are brought into this arena. Everyone can see the arena, okay?
Yeah.
So
Oh, is
let
this
me-
Fallout 1 music?
I don't even know. I pull
Sorry,
stuff from
just-
everywhere.
Hmm.
So this large arena has monsters of all types cheering and pouring grog down each other's throats. They're getting loose. You see these huge towers. I don't know that you're able to. You might be able to see. Oops, dang it! That wasn't supposed to happen. Some things are going to be broken. That's okay. You see these huge these columns, and on top of the columns there are goblins, and these goblins are holding on to chains that you don't see because I didn't have a chain asset, and their chains are holding up these huge cages. that have the bottom opened up, and they're sort of like swinging the chains and like smacking them with hammers as if to break the chains to fall at any moment.
Wait, real quick. As we're walking out into the arena,
yeah.
Basically to rile up the crowd, I take my great axe.
Oops, is he cutting out or am I?
Oh, was I cutting out?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. But I was saying, as we walk into the arena, Mortis kind of sees this like huge crowd and sees that they're kind of not paying attention to him immediately. And as he walks out, he kind of bangs his shield and his axe together and like does this like loud roar to kind of get people's attention on him. Like he's thriving off of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The energy.
And you see people are definitely responding to it excitedly. Yes, you see. I'm trying to give you all vision for like the entire arena, so you could see each other, 'cause you would. So let me do that while I try to chat. So as the arena is starting to get amped up, you feel the energy of the place. The crowd's going pretty crazy, enjoying this Friday night bloodbath, as it were, Saturday night. And
if I were to like roll for charisma, what would that do for me? Like a charisma check?
Mechanically, if you wanted to try to like roll for charisma to like get the crowd on your side, number
Yeah,
one,
like if I did.
you would be at a disadvantage because you're an elf. And
Yeah.
number two, I would say that if there was like a situation that you might basically get like hometown advantage, I might give you like advantage on like a death saving throw or something because you're feeling the crowd on your side. But for you particularly being an elf, it's going to be a little bit harder. So why don't we do that for everyone as you go around getting the crowd amped up. I think, Mortis, you would get advantage on your charisma check as you amp up the crowd.
All right.
So I'd get disadvantage or just normal?
You would be disadvantaged, unfortunately. Nobody likes
I'll do
elves in this realm.
But I have hometown advantage. Everybody loves me.
Temeko doesn't even try. He kind of walks between the three of them.
Actually,
Shuffling along with his staff.
It's control click for charisma, right?
yeah, it should
Or
prompt
for
you to.
advantage.
And Liana, you're right. People do know you. You've been around. You're an advocate for monsters. So why don't you roll normal?
Oh wait, I rolled a 1 and a 12, and I think I rolled disadvantage on accident.
Gotcha. Yeah, a alt for advantage, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I hit control, so I got a 12.
Gotcha. Wow. So Mortis, despite trying to get the crowd amped up, we see Liana just sort of. What are you doing to amp up the crowd, Liana?
So I'm kind of going around, just kind of like raising my hands, like, you guys ready? Like, getting everybody amped up to see the fight.
Yeah, and as you look out at the crowd, you see a particular section seems to be like, Liana, and you see Driftar there, like, trying to get his own people. He knows that you've been held. He knows that it's been a false accusation, and that he is trying his best to help you. But he turns to look at you. He sees that smile on your face as he brought this crowd for you. But there's also this look of sadness and
Sorry.
and just grief.
I blow a kiss to him. I got this. It's fine.
And Temeko, you were wandering around the arena. I had to pause you. How are you coming in?
Temeko isn't doing anything. He's got his hood over his head and the cloak kind of billowing behind him, but he walks between the three of them, shuffling along like an elderly man with his stick and a book under his arm.
Oh, he has a lot.
Oh yeah, he's just kind of doing his thing.
He doesn't even pay attention to the crowd around him. He may mimic the sound of the harpies, though. Like their song.
Sure, yeah. And just as the arena opens up, there's a bit of a monster version of the Star-Spangled Banner. The harpy song plays as the monsters sort of settle down. There's like little tears coming from an ogre's eye. And then the drums kick in. The Gosh, I did it again. Why are those triggering?
Mhm.
I don't know. So Zorchilik, the mayor of the town, comes in, and you all hear like this deep,
Oh.
deep voice in your mind saying, "Good luck." Ha ha ha. And he levitates sort of up and above and is out of the arena as everyone sort of oohs and ahs and cheers for Zorchilik. And then you all, as you await for the battle to start, you see a opening from right below where Zorchilik was, and a orc comes riding in on a very large, giant scorpion.
Scorpion. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Damn.
So he comes riding in like a badass. We're going to have some fun with that animated scorpion. And I'm going to put everyone into battle here. And hopefully we can run a game without too much lag. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
12.14.
Man, these are some Euro rolls I'm getting here. Like this is.
Euro? Oh,
Yes.
I need
Wait, did I
Mortis
not roll
and
anything?
Liana. Yeah, you might have to select your token.
Oh my
wow.
god.
20.
Woo!
I guess we can't.
There we go. Yeah, we're ready.
And
Wait, hold on. I have to select my token to do it?
you might have to.
Is select your token and then under utility, if you see the option.
Oh, I see it. I see it now.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. As the crowd amps up, we move into initiative. Mortis, you see this guy coming in. There are spikes. Those cages are floating above. There's plenty of opportunity to try to get some cover.
Gotcha. Okay. There's a lot of things.
A lot of things going on.
Yeah. He's really far, right?
He's really far away from you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I'm kind of feeling like I want to save my action until he comes close. Like I want to kind of like hold myself and kind of like wait until he gets a bit closer to figure out what his deal is.
Okay.
Like Mortis doesn't want to rush him immediately.
So you hold an action, and if he
Oh,
gets,
I did not mean to click that.
you have to be pretty specific. So if he gets within a certain distance of you, are you gonna do a ranged attack, something like that?
No, I want to see how close he can get to me and how quickly, and I want to see if somehow like I don't want to rush and then have the scorpion and the orc kind of be at me. I want us to all be grouped together. So I'm just gonna wait till he runs up to the group of us.
Okay. So you
And kind of and just be able to distract him, especially if he decides to go after the other two, Leanna or
sure.
Tomeko.
They rolled last for initiative, so they're moving slow as you stay bundled to your group. Tomeko.
Tomeko will kind of stay put. Trying to think here. Again, he's pretty far. Let's see. Yeah, Tomeko will. He'll cause an illusion to appear around himself. Some like swirling magical essences and sort of thing. Nothing like actually tangible, just to maybe make himself a little bit more apparent as a target or something like that.
You want to draw the fire?
No, maybe just to impress the crowd, make
Oh,
himself look
okay.
more powerful.
Okay, if you haven't done a charisma check to rile up the crowd, you're welcome to.
Okay, he will do so. Where is that? Check for charisma. Yeah, so nothing impressive.
Nothing impressive. So
Mhm.
far, Liana's the only one who seems to have a section cheering her name.
Temeko will stand close by, and if you want to, I guess you can put it as a held action, maybe.
Yeah,
for... yeah.
Liana.
So I do. They are pretty far away, but I do have a bow.
Yeah, let's check out the distance here. So if I draw a line to them, it's about 100 feet. Your bow is... where is your bow? Oh, short bow. You've got 80 to 320 feet. So you can shoot a bow, and you'd have disadvantage on the attack unless you move 20 foot closer to him, which there's a big bunch of spikes in the way. You might be able to get up on that platform with your speed. Let me see if that's possible. If we went here, that's about 25 feet. So you wouldn't be able to get up on the platform. So, yeah, you'd be shooting at disadvantage. I suppose you actually you could get to, like, I'm gonna ping it for you. You can get to kind of right there. I don't know if you saw where that was, but
Nope.
it's like to the...
Oh, I see. Is that you right there? I see.
Yeah, that
like right in front of the spikes?
Yeah, kind of right in front of the spikes, but more towards your right. If you're looking at the scorpion, that would get you probably...
Like right here?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me see if that that would put you at... Yeah, we'll call it 80 feet, so you could shoot with a regular shot. It's close enough.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try to...
So who are you shooting, the orc or the scorpion?
Scorpion.
Okay, make sure you have the scorpion targeted, which might be tricky. You could probably choose his tail.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know if I got him though.
Oh, he's 95 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty far.
Well, I'm gonna try anyway. It's a very big area. Wait, I can't tell. Did I target him?
Looks like you have... Let me move the orc. The orc is probably...
Yeah.
Uh-oh, wrong button. Let's try this again. Okay, yeah, you have the orc targeted, so you might want to switch it to the scorpion. Oh wait, did you say you wanted to hit the orc or the scorpion? I forget.
Scorpion.
Yeah, you're going to want to change your target. Actually, Alden is targeting the orc. I don't see your target at all, Liana. There we go. You got him.
I got him. Okay.
Oh, now you don't.
Hello? Why are you doing this? Come on.
I don't know.
Just hover your arrow and then press T or whatever, and that should do it.
Yeah,
Or-
it says I have a thing on it now.
Or
Okay.
double right click also targets.
Or that.
I don't know, my thing has like the arrows on it now. I don't know if you guys can see that though.
No. But go ahead and, if you see arrows on your side, go ahead and shoot.
Almost a one.
Alright, that is going to miss.
Damn.
Looks like you did have them targeted. I don't know why your target didn't show up on our end. Alright.
Yeah.
So you still have some movement left. I think you moved maybe 20 or so feet.
Mm-hmm.
So your movement speed is probably, 30. So you can move 5 feet if you want, or you can stay there. You can try to duck around that platform. Up to you. But we're moving. Go ahead and move, but we'll move to Tukulk.
Alright. I'll run, I guess, like here, 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna activate my arcane armor, which is my artifice thing.
Okay.
So I'll be the Guardian armor form. So I'll be doing melee hits from here on.
All right. Got to get up close and personal, huh?
Yeah. But that's all I can do for now.
All right. Orc comes in on his Scorpion. The crowd loves it. Scorpion starts running. Let's see, around this way. 40 feet here. Oh, it's not going to let me do my turn. That's okay. And then he's going to turn a little bit and make his dash.
You just disappeared on me.
Yeah, there's sight calculations. So if he's out of your sight from a obstacle or something, just like in real life, if you were watching this thing, he might disappear on you.
What's funny is I see the orc, so he's just kind of floating there.
Is he? Yeah, I'm having challenges grabbing both. It's a little laggy, but that's okay. And this is a actual low asset map, believe it or not. There we go. Okay, let me move him another 40, and so he's just basically running in like a crazy Scorpion. If I could actually, oh, I see why he disappeared on you. Come on, Scorpion. How come you won't be grabbed? I don't know. I'm gonna move Orc over another 40. Oh wow, that's a big arena. So he can move 80 total, so he gets to about there. And as soon as I can move the Scorpion, I'll do so. The Orc in his movement. Well, there we go. And now it's the Orc's turn, so he's closer now. He's gonna. I think he could see you, Tukulk, and he's gonna try to get you with a javelin. What's the distance on that? Oh yeah, I forgot. It tells me 46.2 feet. All right, what's his javelin? That's a nice feature. Javelin is 30, so he's at disadvantage on this attack. So lucky you. He chucks a javelin your way. Still hits at disadvantage, dealing 6 to Kulk. You are trying to check this guy out. You lose sight of him for a bit, and suddenly javelin comes and pierces you a bit, dealing 6 points of damage.
Wait, before. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, just let me know when you're done.
Yeah, I was gonna say this would be the opportunity if you guys wanted to use any held attacks. Otherwise, we're going into the next round.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up next to Tukulk. It doesn't say if that's 60 feet, but I think it's 30 feet. But I think it's 30, roughly.
From you, yeah. Did you use any movement before, or you just? Yeah, it's 26.
No.
26.5 feet. You're good.
Okay, I'm good. All right, I'm gonna run up this way, and I am going to, for my action, use what is? Hold on. There's one thing that I really wanted to see if this did anything here. Where is it? Oh, never mind. That actually doesn't really do much for me. Either way, I'm going to just run up, and that's it, actually, for now. That's all for this turn.
Okay. Mortis, you get your actual turn now.
All right, now for my actual turn,
Yeah.
well, first things first, I am going to rage.
Ooh.
Immediately.
We're raging.
Yeah. Use ability. All right, so I've got my rage up.
Why does it say you're not a barbarian? You're
I don't know.
You are a barbarian. Weird.
Oh wait.
You
hold on.
You applied it to the orc. You had it
Yeah.
targeted.
How do I untarget?
Just T or double right click. So it looks like. Oh. Wait,
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna give myself back that one rage.
Sure, I'll undo what you did for him and make sure he's not raging for you.
Thank you.
I don't know if the rage effects are going to be working. I actually just saw that right beforehand, that some of those automatic effects aren't going to work like they used to.
Not in the way they do in the other one. Got it.
Yeah, I realized it last minute and didn't want to break the game to try to fix it in too short a time.
Okay. There we go. Now it's not letting me go again. Or I'm like trying to click rage and it's not letting me.
Oh, it's probably because, let me fix that, because you probably used it, and so let me go to features. Oh, it says you still have a bonus action, maybe. So you want rage applied to you?
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I could just do that. Yeah, that's what we want to do. There we go.
Yeah, I do this all the time with Beetle of like healing enemies, so I need to get better at not doing that. Okay, so that's good. And then that was my bonus action. So
Oh, it does look like rage is built in, so we don't have to worry about the mechanics. It's on.
Sweet.
Yeah.
all right. So and then I'm gonna kind of run out in front and kind of like try to draw his attention, and then that's gonna be it.
Okay. We move to Tomeko.
Mecho's going to shift forward just a little bit to be within a decent range of the Scorpion. He's going to use Mind Sliver.
So, Tomeko, as you move into that very specific spot, one of the goblins above with this cage that's hovering over you makes the cage drop, causing it to fall down, and you are now in a cage.
Tomeko, seeing this, is pretty unperturbed. Did the Mind Sliver succeed?
He failed. The Scorpion failed. So let me see what.
Okay.
1d6 psychic, and subtract a d4 from the next saving throw it makes. Oh, so it looks like the d6 psychic applied.
So it failed the saving throw then, right?
Yep.
Okay then. So in that case, Tomeko, how wide are the bars in this cage? Is it going to be the similar one where he can get out if he needs to?
Even wider. Even wider.
Yeah. Okay, so Tomeko is completely unconcerned. In fact, he feels very safe.
Yeah, this cage just sort of drops down, and you're still like focused and seeing the Scorpion sort of twitch a little bit, and you sort of nod to yourself and like know that you can slip through if you want. Anything else, Tomeko?
You see Tomeko just tucks the book under his arm a little firmer, and he reaches out with his big, his gnarled looking strange stick, and you don't see anything happen in particular, but something happens with the Scorpion's eyes.
Fantastic. Liana, hanging out by the spikes, I see.
Yes.
What's your plan?
That is a really, really good question.
You can, just FYI, like, I'm not sure if you know about how rogues work, but you can engage, like, fight somebody and then disengage from a bad situation if you want.
Oh, right, and you also get, like, a little bonus damage if you have a friend that is within 5 feet of the enemy, or if you have advantage somehow.
So, okay. Because I'm like, with my phase step, how like close could I get to the Scorpion?
With which feature?
Phase step?
Phase step, as a bonus action, you can teleport 30 feet. And so from where you are now, if you... he's 45 feet away, but you could move 15 feet and then phase step and be right next to the creature if you wanted. And you could then basically use the rest of your movement to try to get out of its range as a bonus, or as a... I guess phase step is your bonus action, isn't it?
It is, because I was wondering if I could get like closer to him and then try to use my dagger on the Scorpion.
You definitely can. You just wouldn't be able to get away afterwards.
That's true, and I'm not very strong. Probably not smart. So I'm gonna move forward. Kind of get out from underneath here.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 15 feet. Oh, wait, hold on. It's saying I can't move from underneath here.
Where are you trying to get to? I'll move you out so you can...
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to like get like besides where like the platform is from 15 feet, like yeah, like right there.
Okay. Are you still trying to get to the scorpion to dagger it, or are you misty stepping towards it, or I'm sorry, face stepping towards it, or something else?
No, I want to try to use my short bow again.
Sure.
But
This time it's a regular shot, so you could target the orc or the scorpion.
you know, this time I want to try to target the orc.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone zoomed in on this guy, but he's pretty badass.
Yeah, I saw his like weird face axe.
Yeah.
The nat 20.
Nice.
Oh my god.
As the short bow makes purchase, you kind of come out of nowhere. He wasn't expecting you as he was focusing on the Minotaur, and that arrow pierces right into his, right through his armor, dealing 8 damage. He gets knocked back pretty good. Your section of the crowd, Driftar, is like, "Yes, Liana, yes!"
I'm kind of soaking in the glory, just like waving my bow around, like yes, 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 yes.
You used about 15 feet of movement. You have 15 feet more. You can make a choice to get up on the platform, to get closer to the scorpion, or to move further away from him.
I want to get up on the platform.
Sure. I'm going to just move you, and we'll call it... Oh, yeah, it looks like it's actually about 15 feet to get right up there.
Yeah, like, right. Perfect.
Excellent. To Kolk.
Alright.
Oh, wait. Oh,
That's okay.
I did not mean to do that.
I'll let you fix yourself.
Alright. So, being here, I'm in range to melee, right? Looks like it. So as I'm running by Mortis, I'll just be like, "Come on, let's get him." And I have a special bonus action as a hobgoblin, so I can give us Fey gift hospitality. So me and then Mortis are gonna get 1d6 plus 2 temp HP.
Oh, great. So on
That's
the
cool.
bottom right chat window, I don't know if you could cast that or use the feature. Otherwise, you could do the little d6 dice, or I could roll it for you.
Yeah, I could do it. Dice.
If you just
there it is.
yeah, hit the little square dice and then add +2, and it should roll a d6 plus 2.
So, whoops. That's not what I wanted. So 35. So we got 5 temp HP.
Okay. Do you know how to add that to your sheet?
No.
So under hit points, there's a spot for temp. I'm going to go ahead and do it for you, to Kolk, and just put 5 in there. And that gives you this sort of extra bar, hopefully. Yeah, you'll see the little blue part of your hit point bar. Mortis, you know how to do that?
I got it.
Great, perfect.
Alright. And while I'm here, I'll melee. Where is it? Features. I guess it's this one. Or no. This one. Did anything happen?
Not that I see.
Oh,
Hmm.
let's see.
Are you trying to attack the orc or the scorpion?
The scorpion. Okay, it's just not letting me click anything now.
Do you have the actor token selected at the top? Should say token controls and then select tokens. The two, basically the top two left buttons.
Yeah, like I have myself selected, but when I click on doing the arcane armor, it doesn't work.
Arcane armor, create armor. As an action, you can turn a suit of armor you're wearing into an arcane armor. What's arcane armor? Your metallurgical pursuits led you to making armor conduit as magic. As an action, you can turn a suit of armor you're wearing into an arcane armor. That doesn't do anything, though. What are you trying to do?
The thunder gauntlets, it should be labeled as.
Yeah, where? Oh, I see. So under features, thunder gauntlets.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be doing booming blade with it.
Artificers. What are you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna do a lot of things. That's a weird amount of things.
Yeah.
All right, we might have to do it manually. Let me check out the thunder gauntlets. They count as a simple melee weapon while you aren't holding anything in it. It deals a D8 thunder damage on a hit, and then if it hits, you're saying the booming blade gives you that extra something or other.
If they move, they'll take an extra D8 when they move.
Gotcha, perfect. So we need to give you.
So it's a +5 for me to hit, so I'll just roll a D20.
Or you could target with a simple melee weapon, and then. So you
Well, like an unarmed strike.
That would be a melee. What other things do you have? Yeah, I mean it's all gonna be. Well, unarmed strike's not gonna be.
Yeah.
Like your mace would probably be fine.
I don't have that. I just have like my
You have a mace.
fist pretty much. Oh, I do have a mace there. Okay. Yeah, no. Anytime I click anything, it just doesn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. For sake of time, I'm gonna roll your mace just to see if you hit. If that's all right.
All right.
And you. Yeah, this is the experimental part because I think we're lagging.
The mace, I think the mace uses my strength, but this attack would use my intelligence with my fist.
Which is what?
3.
And the mace is 2.
Or like the total plus for my gauntlets is +5 because my intelligence is 3. My strength is -1.
Okay. Well, either way, you rolled an 11. If you got an additional bonus, you still wouldn't have hit the scorpion. So unfortunately, that's a miss, which I think negates the gauntlet and the booming blade. So you still have a bonus.
Yeah. I used the bonus to give us the temp HP with the help.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. All right. Are you staying put? You got movement or no?
No, I used all of it to get here.
Oh, goody, because he is going to go after you. We got the scorpion coming after you with a... Oh, it does have a multi-attack. 2 claws and a sting. This might hurt. Let's find out. Claw number 1 is going to hit you for 7. Claw number 2 comes at you for a 3. And the sting hits for... Wow, those are all really good rolls. So the sting hits you for another 3. So to Kolk, you kind of ran in there, and as he was running up, this thing just tore you apart. Not quite. You're hurting. Oh, are you unconscious? What was that?
I don't know. I rolled a nat 1 on whatever saving throw it said I had to do.
I was just gonna say the sting is probably poisonous. So let me check his sting real quick to see what happened. As the sting. Yeah, if you fail the saving throw, you take poison damage and half as much on a successful one. So, unfortunately, yeah, you drop from the sting of this poisonous scorpion, and you are unconscious.
Well, that's nice.
The orc, meanwhile, as he lets his friend tear that up, he sees Liana there.
No.
Actually, yeah, because you kind of popped out and sent a arrow at him. He's gonna chuck a javelin at you.
And he's gonna miss.
He's gonna miss.
Oof.
He is going to continue moving this way, if it lets me move him. Yeah, we're pretty lag nation here from resources. I don't even know. So I'm going to move the scorpion this way. He's kind of coming towards you, Mortis, and then I'm going to move him, his rider, there. All
So
right.
the orc is not moving independently of the scorpion.
Correct.
Oh.
He's still riding the scorpion. In fact, I should have given him a dex save. Let's do that now. A little retcon. A dex save to see if he stayed on his scorpion. Yeah, he stayed on the scorpion. Even though Liana hit him, he sort of had to rear back a bit, but he stayed on. Okay. Mortis, you see your new friend Takolk get sliced and diced, and the poison sting just dropped him. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna yell out to Liana, quick, go help him get up. And I'm gonna run up to the scorpion. And I am going to, it's targeting the right one. And I am going to back.
Nice. You take your weapon and come down right through its carapace a bit.
Oh, and so now, by the way, the so my rage feature is ancestral protectors. So a spectral warrior, when I rage, by the way, a spectral warrior enters while I rage. The first creature I hit with an attack becomes the target of the warrior, which hinders its attacks. Until the start of your next turn, the target has disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against you. And when it hits a creature other than you with an attack, the creature becomes resistant to the damage dealt by the attack.
Wow. Okay. You're gonna have to remind me of that. But yes, thank you.
I'll put it in chat.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything. This is gonna be a long one, or a long shot. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this or not. Can I try and like get a running jump and try and goring? Is it goring rush?
Oh right, yeah. Like you're yeah, you're going after the orc to try to knock him off.
Yeah. It's not goring rush. What is it? It's
Your push thing?
Yeah.
some
Is it
sort of,
horns?
let me see if I get.
I get it somewhere.
Yeah, it's Goring Rush. It's under active abilities under your features. Immediately after you use a dash action and move at least 20 feet, you can make a melee attack with your horns as a bonus action. So
No, there's something that allows me to like that allows me to push them.
Oh, there's a hammering horns. After you hit a creature as part of the attack action, you can use a bonus action to shove that target with your horns.
Oh, but that would be with the scorpion, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it says the target must be no more than one size larger than you, and I think the scorpion's just one size. So yeah, I mean, you could try to push him.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and push him back then. And this is a.
It's your bonus
He's got
action, so yeah, go ahead and target him and just cast it, see if it works.
And that scorpion is Mind Sliver on it, right?
Oh right, he's got disadvantage on the saving throw.
So, what should I roll?
It's all right, I got it. I'm gonna do a disadvantage strength save, which he is gonna get a 16 even at disadvantage. So yours is a 13, so he saves. So you just try to come at him, and it sort of screeches a bit, but digs into the rough dirt.
And as he kind of screeches, I do that thing again, and I hit my shield with the blunt end of my axe and scream back. And that's it for me.
All right. I was hoping you would scream. Temeko, laughing at this cage that they put down, hoping for larger enemies. You see the two goblins up top snickering and watching you as you probably sneak right the hell out.
Temeko just kind of stays between the bars. He looks around at the cage and is pretty unimpressed. He's going to use... He reaches out with the staff again towards the scorpion, and this time there's like this this piece of leather which he binds around this gnarled stick that he has. He pulls it out of this little pouch. It's just this little strip of leather he binds around the stick, and he uses Tash's Mind Whip.
Ooh, Scorpion fails.
Okay, so now on his next turn, he has to choose between moving, take an attack, or move, action, or bonus action. Cannot do all three, only one of the three.
Okay. And are you staying put?
And yeah, Temeko will stay put.
All right, very good. Moving to Liana, who's up on the platform, getting some height advantage over the battlefield.
Yeah, so with where I am, how far can I move? 15 feet?
I think 30 total.
30 total?
So 30 total. If you don't want to take an action during your turn, you could actually double your speed. Taking the dash action makes it basically 60 feet that you could move total in a round.
And then you also have your bonus action for the face step, right?
Yeah, the face
Or
step
is that-
moves another 30. So technically, if you really wanted to get 90 feet away somewhere, you could.
I don't want to do that, though. If I were to roll for medicine, would I be able to help to cloak at all?
Yeah, you could do a medicine check. If you have a potion, which you probably don't, do you?
I do not think I did.
I don't think you do either. But a medicine check essentially makes it so he doesn't have to roll death saving throws. You sort of stabilize him, stop the bleeding, but he's not conscious. But that way he's not at risk of permanently dying.
Okay, so
You could do that.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
So it's simple. You just roll your medicine check, and then if it's 10 or higher, you succeed. And if it's less than 10, you fail. So excellent. You would have to be next to him, so you'd have to move. I'm going to move your token. So you move next to Colt. Apparently right on top of him. Come on, Foundry. Focus. So yeah, tell me what that scene looks like as you rush beside him with the giant scorpion 10 feet away from you.
So Mortis had called out to me during his turn, so I'm like, hold on, I'm watching the scene unfold as they kind of battle it out. As soon as the scorpion's kind of not paying attention to me as everything's going on, I rush up to him and I'm like trying to see if I can help him. I wasn't prepared for this fight, but I'm trying to see what I could do to kind of make him feel a little bit better, make sure he doesn't die, and I'm just kind of like, fuck, don't die on me.
Yes, as you say, fuck, don't die at me, you find the spot where the poison just seems to be like making his neck this veiny bluish color that's a little contrasted to his green skin, and you're able to sort of tourniquet off some of the parts going to his heart, and he is no longer actively dying.
Nice. And then can I do another action or no?
If it's a bonus action, you have a bonus action.
How do I know it's a bonus action if it has like the star?
No, I think, if you're looking at the heads up display, I don't know if it actively tells you that, but under inventory there's a usage. I'm just seeing what bonus actions you have. You have face step, which is a bonus action. You have cunning action. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns or take the dash. Let's see. What's Wails from the Grave? Immediately after you deal a sneak attack damage, you can target a second creature. That's interesting.
Because I wanted to do sneak attack, but I wasn't sure if I could do that.
Sneak attack is a
on
little
the...
bit like once you make a successful attack, you would add your sneak attack bonus if it applies, and I don't think it has applied yet. So you have movement. You can try to position yourself. Any other thoughts from players who've played rogues?
Disengage hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only go off of what QB's done.
Ruby is done, yeah.
Yeah, so you could attempt to hide. So if you kind of come back around that platform, if you attempt to hide, you get advantage on like attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to hide. Do I have to roll something for that?
Yeah, basically if they come to attack you, I would have you roll a hide check against his perception. But we don't have to do it yet. But
So I'm gonna hide behind here. I'm gonna
Okay.
like go over here.
I'll let you move, and Tukulk is up. You are just unconscious. What's going through the unconscious mind of Tukulk as he faced off against a giant scorpion?
I guess I'm just pissed I went down so quickly. Just a tiny little goblin, even though I hate being tiny.
Mortis is getting targeted by the scorpion, which he's got all these other things distracting him, but he's able to target you without any flaw, and he only gets an action, so he's going to take his multi-attack action. Claw Mortis with a 7 to miss. Claw again with another miss. And coming at you with that sting attack, which misses. No need to save. Mortis is on a lucky streak or just really hard to hit as this creature comes at you. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Orc sees you as well as one of the formidable foes. He's coming after you. Actually, he's going to jump down, leap at you. He's noticing his scorpion isn't moving. He jumps down at you, and he's going to attack along the way with his great axe. So face to face with this dude. Feel free to use first person view as he comes at you with his great axe. Oh, it's a miss.
It's working.
It is.
I can't believe it. Okay, well, if he's gonna jump down, he moved within 5 feet of me. Could I have actually used my reaction?
You could, yeah.
So my reaction, I'm just gonna hit him, the orc, as he jumps down. He kind of jumps down, and I quickly react and pull my shield up. And then as he does that, as he's hitting the shield, I'm gonna kind of take my axe in the other hand and just plunge it into the back of him.
The back of
Hold
him
on.
sort of faced off with you, so it'd have to be.
Oh, is he faced off with me? Okay, then just basically a parry then, on him.
Okay, you reach with your weapon and you hit with a dirty 20, dealing 14. Ah, describe your kill.
As he jumps down, yeah, I parry him, push him away, and then immediately wrap my arm back around and nail it into his side.
Okay.
Cutting like about halfway into him.
The whole
and then
crowd,
pull
you
him
hear a
back.
collective ooh.
And that was my reaction. So I'm gonna run right up to this scorpion, take my actual attack with my battle axe again.
That will hit for 13 slashing.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything? Oh, and I'm gonna goring, or not goring rush, hammering horns again.
Oh, you,
My bonus action.
so does he still
Have I used
have disadvantage on that save, Tomeko, or is that over after the
That's
first?
not disadvantaged. It's only 1d4 that he removes from the save.
Oh, and that's still going though?
No, it's only for the first save until the end of my next turn. So that turn has already passed, so
Gotcha.
he's good.
Okay. so
It would have
he's-
been used for Tasha's Mind Whip.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, he gets an natural 20 on the save. So your horns come at him. This time he's braced for it and it resists any push.
All right. That was basically everything I could do. So that's my action. That's my turn.
Okay, we move over to Tomeko. We might be going a
Tomeko.
little over, y'all. Just FYI.
No problem at all. Chimeko's going to
All good.
point at the scorpion again with the stick and chant a little mummer under his breath. I don't know how that would work for a bird.
Atoll the dead. Ooh, what? I've never. Okay,
That was
that's
a
cool.
weird effect.
Yeah. He does succeed, so unfortunately, does he take anything?
That should have been a 1d12 actually. I don't know why it rolled a d8.
Oh yeah. Oh, probably because it's at level and it didn't have the right thing.
No, because if he's missing any of his hit points, it should have been 1d12 instead of a d8. But
Oh, I see. But still, the wisdom save is the same, DC 14.
yes. So hold on a second. Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8.
Yeah, so he saved anyway.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, you're right.
Anything else to
And then
You guys hear this big bong. What'd you say? It was a bird call?
no, he whispers under his breath. Toll the dead happens only in the scorpion's head. Let's see here. I think that's just about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Temeko will squeeze through the bars of the cage and start wandering towards it, though. He realizes it's no threat.
Okay, I will move you out of the cage so you can place yourself wherever you like. And we move to Liana.
So I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the scorpion. I'm gonna just move like right about. It's not letting me move, but I want to like move like right in front of the scorpion.
Sure, I got
I don't know if you can do that. Yeah. And then I'm going to try to stab him with my rapier. And then so after I do that, if I, hit, could I then use my sneak attack on him again?
Sneak attack is like
Or does
extra.
it have to be on somebody else?
No, sneak attack is extra damage, and because your Minotaur is next to you, you would get the sneak attack. So you would basically make the attack, and if it hits, it's the extra 2d6 or whatever it is.
So, okay.
So first you'd make the attack, and if it's successful, you just get extra damage dealt.
Okay.
Sneaky rogues.
Hold on. Let me target him. Being really slow. The one thing froze for me.
Okay, let me... You said you're targeting it with...
Rapier.
Rapier.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I
Oh, wait.
can...
Oh.
You got it?
Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah, your system's definitely going to lag on this. I'm surprised it's running it, but it's great, though. Oh, look at that. Rapier pulled out. You hit. So now you can target it with that extra sneak attack damage. Which
Awesome.
that should work.
I'm
Yep,
running
2d6.
at it. I try to stab it in the head.
Perfect.
And it kind of like lashes back. Stab it again in the back. Deal extra damage.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You can still... A sneak attack bonus action, so you can't sneak off. Is that right? So if you try to leave this area, it gets an opportunity attack on you?
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
And,
Nicole! What's that?
I'm
I was
here.
never mind. I'll wait till Scorpion's turn.
So I feel bad because Tukulk has not been able to play for some rounds now. Give me a Constitution saving throw. If you get higher than 10, I'll give you a hit point.
Let's see.
Just to get you into the game. Oh, look at
Thank
that. Okay. So you're going to have 1 hit point. You're up. You get a turn this round.
Ooh.
So
You're up.
you will have to take half your movement to stand up if you wish to do so.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you're still pretty disadvantaged, but at least you don't lose a turn. What do you want to do?
I'll do a cure wounds on myself.
There you go.
Can it? Okay, I'm like clicking cure wounds and it's not working.
I think you're my Zyle. Zyle is my player in the other game that things just don't target and work for him. I'm gonna.
Zyle is also the guy who has gone down almost every combat.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't want to be Zyle.
All right. I went ahead and used it on you, and it gave you 5 healing points.
Sweet.
Sorry, Zyle. if he's watching.
No offense. No offense. It's just funny.
I believe he's unconscious right now, if I recall. Okay, Takalk, anything else? You have, I think, 15 feet of movement left?
I'll do this thing I have, what's it called? The Guardian Armor Defensive Field. So I'll get 3 temp HP.
Oh, is that bonus?
It's a bonus action.
Okay. Do you want me to add that?
Yeah, because I don't even know where to like mess with my health and stuff.
Gotcha. It's on your sheet under hit points. There's a little spot right below hit points that says temp and max, so I just put 3 in there.
Okay.
Okay, you could feel free to move. Meanwhile, the Scorpion is going to continue targeting Mortis over here with its typical attack setup, which is Claw. Comes at you with a 7, is going to miss. Another 7. Come on, Stinger, you've got this. 21's going to hit. Do you save your poison damage? Because that's quite the damage if you get hit with a poison sting. Oh, no. Oh, you do succeed just barely.
Ooh, man.
I believe the last poison damage was like 22 points. So you barely succeed.
Yeah, no, it literally like nuked my health.
Yeah. Yeah. This Scorpion, he's sort of dancing around you too, but he's staying there, so you don't need to worry about that.
He finally gets a hit in, and as the Stinger like kind of pierces around and hits him, like Mortis kind of flinches for a second and then starts laughing as he pushes the Scorpion off.
Wonderful. All right. Orc is dead, so we move back to Mortis.
All right, I'm doing my
Battle axe one more time.
19.
Ooh. That will definitely hit. Very close to a 20.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh! Describe your. Did you die? Did he die? Looks
I
like
think so.
I think
14
so.
damage?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his side now, so he's on his side like 18 feet in the air. So I'm guessing.
I'm guessing dead too.
He looks normal for me. What the?
No, what you don't realize
he's
is
in the air
that's
for me.
an illusion that Tomeko created. So the actual Scorpion's invisible. He then created the thing in the middle of the air, just like floating. So
Yeah. It's because for some creatures the prone looks funny, but
there you go. That's better.
there's a dead. Okay.
Oh, but as the Scorpion hits him and he pushes out the Stinger to kind of out of his body before the poison can get to him, he kind of turns back around and with both hands just rams his battle axe into the center of the Scorpion's like face, basically.
Oh, nice. Oops. So, as you defeat him, the crowd goes wild. Liana's section is just thrilled. And, yes, you guys defeated everyone in the arena. I'm going to get rid of the Scorpion. I think he's actually part of the lag because he's so animated.
As it dies and as everyone's cheering, I'm like encouraging it. I'm doing like the thing with your arms where you're like, yeah, like let's get some more noise in here. Come on. Yeah, you know how great I am.
Absolutely. The crowd goes pretty fantastically wild, and out of the gates where the Scorpion came through, you see Lord Kundrin de Torin as well as Kalashta approach you, and they say, "Well done. For that, we have prize money for you in addition to your life. And we hope to work with you again soon." I'm going to try out this feature here, so I'm going to make a chest appear. If someone can do me the pleasure of double-clicking on that chest, it should work. We'll see.
Where's the chest?
Oh,
ooh.
someone
So there's
got
not
to.
even a chest.
That's
Oh,
cool. I saw it. I see it. It's in
Aw,
that.
Look
we
at
got
that.
potions. A chain,
change your
hide, armor.
staff of flowers.
You don't want to know how long I worked on animating a chest.
It was cool.
Worth it.
Worth it.
We could just like,
Uh,
oh, we have the option to like claim or take from
yeah,
here.
if you take it, it sends me a request thing. I can make it to where it's automatic, but I wasn't sure if you guys were gonna play nice or someone was gonna be like, gimme, gimme, gimme.
It says you don't have a character associated with your user
Oh,
when I
really?
click on take.
Monk's Enhanced Journal message, you don't have a character.
Oh.
I wonder if that's why I've been having
Oh,
problems with.
I think that's
I'm taking-
actually a setting in Monk's Enhanced Journal that I probably just didn't enable. So, allow players to use Enhanced Journal. Save. Okay. That should work.
Still having issues?
With the
Don't
new-
have a character?
We don't have a character.
Yeah, I
a
don't have a
associated
character
with your
either.
user. Interesting. That's weird.
Does that say it to everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Nope. I
didn't
took
even
items.
I didn't
Oh.
even see the money in there too.
Wait, I just realized.
Oh,
Okay,
right,
so
I can,
I think Brianna, you're the only one with like your character associated in like the players list. It says GM, and then your username, and then Liana, and then the rest of us don't have our character names associated to us.
That's true. I did notice that. I just didn't know what that meant.
Where do
Yeah.
you see that?
So in the bottom
Oh
left,
yeah, I could. Hold
corner.
on, I could fix that. So.
Oh,
user
when you
can-
guys entered the game, did you click specific characters when you entered the game?
yeah.
I don't think they clicked on their actual character in there, but I'm
Oh,
Oh.
I just did what we did in our Star Wars one, where our username is just immediately. So I just put
well,
my
once,
name and then
once
join.
it's set, it's forever set. So it's just a. So now everyone should be able to access that.
Let me
without
see.
error.
Oh.
Yep, it works now.
Sweet.
All right, I'm taking that potion of healing because everything else is kind of useless for me.
Yeah, I'm taking a potion or two, and then whatever else. There's like money in there too that we can use.
I don't know how to take the money, but
Oh yes,
I will s-
I think I have to go.
Split that
in-
evenly.
Does it give you an option to do that, or do I have to do it? Oops. More.
I think you're gonna have to.
I think so
don't-
too. There's like a GM button for splitting the money. Oh, here it is. It's.
I'm gonna because I'm not gonna take anything else. I'm taking the lightning resist potion. Is that okay with everyone?
go for it.
Yeah, I can't tell if, or I'm like trying to see if I actually claimed a.
It says that I asked to take it, but it did not say that I don't know if I took it though.
Yeah, it says I want to take it, but I don't know if I got it.
Oh, give me 1 second. Okay, here's distributing money. Maybe that worked, maybe not. Split. There we go. And then, okay, I'm accepting. Oh, I see. Okay. That should work. Okay. Then I believe the only thing left in there
Oh,
is
I don't
a
think I
chain
got
shirt
anything.
and a hide armor of gleaming.
Oh, I wanted the armor of gleaming.
Okay.
I don't know if I got a potion or not.
So is the money distributed automatically?
I think so. It's,
Oh, yeah,
it's
okay.
not there
Yeah.
anymore.
I see. I got cash. So
Let me check on Tukulk to see if you got any.
It says the only thing I have is a chain shirt, but I didn't get the potion.
Yeah, someone's a potion hog.
I only got
I took
one.
one.
It
I only
says I
took
got
one.
one. I also took the lightning resist potion, but
I took one potion of healing.
Did one just cease to exist?
Maybe.
one we opened it and one broke in the chest, and we were like, oh damn it.
Ah, shit. It's spilled all over the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The money's like
Um,
gross and sticky now, and it's like spilling a bunch of Kool-Aid all over something, and you're just like, hey,
So I'll just give you a potion to Colk, potion of healing.
Thanks.
All right, you guys are. Oh, you did have one. It was in there.
Wait, it is in there?
Yeah, it's.
Where?
I'll equip it for you, but it's under consumables in your inventory.
Okay.
I
I'm trying to.
didn't see it at first.
Wait,
either.
do you know how to access your character sheet, Liam?
No.
Oh, you just double click your token.
Oh. Yeah. No, I had no idea.
Oh, my fault.
There we go. So that's where I go into things.
That's where you go into things.
Okay. So I have a potion.
I don't think I'm a very good DM for new players, to be honest. I'm like, meh, I'll figure it out.
I'm just not used to this.
I definitely don't know what's going on. I'm having fun though.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the combat music. We'll move back to
I did get the money.
peaceful.
So
Okay, I'm gonna bring us all back to the landing page. Last bit of roleplay. You guys are celebrated, at least for a moment, as folks in Graywall don't exactly, they forget things quickly. It's just another night of brawling. They love to see the scorpion and the orc and just the whole theatrics of it. You go out for drinks at the Broken Sword, was it? And you are celebrated there as many patrons watched you. The bartender, the Warforged named Maul, says, it was told that you were gonna die in there and you all survived. It's amazing. Liana, here's a free little bit of elf food. I know you don't really like our grist.
I appreciate it. Equivalent of monster beer.
Yeah, well, grog is monster beer and
Grog on me, guys. I guess you guys aren't so bad after all. And then I like to cheers everybody with the grog.
Yeah. Perhaps you're a little bit more useful than I was thinking. Cheers.
We like splash it together. It kind of gets all over us. We swig it back. I guess maybe I needed your help a little bit.
I'll ask Mortis. So how did those enhancements work out?
They worked out better than I could have expected. That scorpion couldn't touch me. The shield was just a bit too. Was just more sturdy than I think he was ready for. So
Perfect.
It worked out great. I think this is gonna. If you can keep delivering stuff like this is gonna be a very fruitful partnership.
I'm looking forward to it.
I look at Colk and I'm like, I didn't expect so much from a goblin. You seem pretty cool. Can you do something like that for me too?
Give it time. I might be able to figure something out for you.
Nice.
I'm gonna turn over to hold on. What? I'm trying to remember your name.
Temeko?
Yeah, Temeko. Thank you. I turn to Temeko and say, "Hey, well, you did whatever you needed to do. You helped influence destiny or whatever you were saying back there."
Destiny.
Yeah. Hey,
Temeko is eating along with you, but otherwise he's kind of hanging out close by. Before, you may have all noticed, before you left the arena, Temeko walked up to each the orc and the giant scorpion, and he took out his book, and he turned to a page and started scrawling some notes, and the notes started to move and shift as well. But he was just writing some obscure things, and ever since then he's been looking into the book and trying to see whatever he sees, but otherwise he's been kind of distracted and disengaged.
well, you seem to have gotten whatever you wanted out of that. So, cheers to you, bud.
Cheers to you, bud.
Appreciate the help.
Tomeko, as you look into your book, you see 2 words as you sit at the tavern watching everyone celebrate. You see Bayeshk, which is the ore mined in the region, and Tukulk.
Mm.
Interesting.
So, you all celebrate, you enjoy some freedom. There's still some mystery about the House Beneath murder, as well as some other things going on in Graywall. But this is where we will end for today. So thanks for watching. I'm going to end my stream.